Hey folks, this is Ken from Sillywesties. We're going to conclude on our lightweight module building, and so we're now working on module number 4, and we're leveling it because we want both ends to be level. This is pretty good, so I'll check this other end down here and we'll see what's going on here, and then looks pretty good. Use some shims here on 2x4s that are straight. Use several 2x4s, whatever it took to do the job. There's the other odd shaped module right there that's been built with two other straight 36 by 96 modules in behind that. Custom built the two curved modules. These are inside curved modules, 8-foot inside curved modules with an interface for a branch line. And there's the waffle, and there's the dog, Sillywesties. So anyhow, I'm going to glue the waffle on. We'll try to give you a little bit of narration with a little bit of the talking about the club and our lightweight module. So let me get it set up here, and we'll glue this up real quick here. Okay. Well, I'll tell you a little bit about the Sip and Switching Society. It's been a club that's been actually organized for probably the last 15 plus years. At least I've been with them. I've been going since about 91. Anyhow, they had an idea for lightweight modules, but not only that, quick assembly modules for shows, because there were such small numbers in the club. So they decided to start a club on their own, and they were basically misfits, I guess you could say, from other clubs in the greater Raleigh, North Carolina area. Anyhow, the club's grown in a few numbers. Numbers of the people have not grown as fast, but definitely in the quality of the modules and the module construction, and also in the operation. Of course, we've went DCC. A lot of the system of the way the modules were built in the early days for DC is still there, and you can see actually even the modules themselves, they've changed dramatically in the last at least 10 years. We build very, I guess you could say, is large layouts. When you say 60 by 60 or even 34 by 152 foot layout, U-shaped, Y-shaped, T-shaped, so many different shaped layouts, and it is definitely a modular layout. In all aspects, it is modular. Anyhow, I'm trying to put a nice good bead of glue on here. I actually even went through and kind of lightly sanded with the orbital sander to make sure that if there was some ribs or rails or even the front tiers sticking up a little bit, and I wanted to have everything pretty well flush. And I got a good bead of glue, and if it runs down the inside, it's not that big a deal. These take a little bit longer to glue up because they are much bigger. We've got almost 2 square feet just here on the outside. This is not a standard module. The curve in this direction, or in this configuration, is standard in our club. Our minimum radiuses for the main line are 80-inch radius, and we'd like to have them even bigger than that if we had to. We had to, in the last few years, had to press into service some smaller radius curves, which were never really intended for the main line. They're 6 foot outside and 4 foot, pretty tight radius modules. Maybe we'll do a video and let you see the layout and show the different types of modules. We've even got modules that are a 24 foot curve outside radius module. They're in the high 200-inch radius modules, very impressive. Actually, that 24 foot curve is a 4-piece curve. These modules take some time to build. This isn't for everybody. There's a lot of precision to them, especially when we use the template on the end to join these together. A joint, or I should say, to join a module together only takes probably about 5 or 10 seconds, depending on how quick we got them available. We've actually, even in the last few years, put wheels on the modules. That has speeded up the setup time. Now, we don't use adjusters either. We just have wheels on there. A lot of people say, well, gosh, you don't adjust your modules? Well, if you have adjusters, well, you have to adjust. And so we just don't do that. And then also, being that they're lightweight modules, then it really doesn't. It takes the stress and strains off of each module. Where most modules might weigh a couple hundred pounds. That seems to be kind of hard to believe, but I have actually picked up modules that weigh that much. Anyhow, watch out, Sillywestie. You get glue on you. Just a little background about that. We've been in several national magazines. We have a website. Unfortunately, I can't tell you the website address right now, but if you put in Sipping and Switching Society, North Carolina, it should bring up. We have, of course, a Yahoo group, and also a webmaster or a website, Facebook. We've got several different connections where you can go and see pictures of our past layouts, technical questions you can ask. Also, some PDF files too are available on our Yahoo site. We're still growing. We plan on setting it up in Timonium, Maryland, this April, second weekend of April, and we were about, I think it was around 40 something by 176, and that was still some other modules that are have not really been, they know they're coming, but they're not really in the plan yet. Anyhow, we're about ready to get the waffle on here, and then we'll sign off here. And this is a lot of boring details, but at least you know that it takes some time to get a good job, get plenty of glue on here. You will see that there is some glue that runs down. Not a big issue. These modules also are painted. They're sealed. And seal that wood real good. We'll put a gloss white on the bottom and seal also the sides with a black. Getting closer. Okay. And the end here, we should be in pretty good shape here. And don't worry about the runs. You can, worst kind of worst, take a damp rag and clean up the inside if it really just bothers you. Okay. Now, go ahead and get the waffle. try to line it up as close as possible. I don't want to wiggle it around too much. Pretty close. And about that. Looks pretty good. You have to wiggle it around a little bit here. That's okay. At least it gets it down in the bed of the glue real good. Okay? So, and I'll get the other small wing out there on the side there here in just a few minutes. Let me go ahead and staple this while it's lined up here pretty close. So I'll do that over the whole thing. Okay, so you get an idea of the construction of a lightweight module. Takes a good week depending on the amount of time you've got. It's very gratifying when you see a 100-car train passing on these. We've actually been able to run a 200-car train. Just this past fall in November, one of our guys ran a 205-car coal train. It's very impressive. You can go on YouTube and check that out. This is Ken from Sillywesties saying, I do.